Oh, Mayor, man, look at that Grok immediately going over to the bush side.
We know that this is the power of nature and the same umbrella coming out from this Kagura, which means that this is so much damage in the early game, but the Lilia is much faster. They are able to take it with the retribution coming out from the Kagura. That's gonna be secured buff for
Whoa.
Team Philippines. Nicely done. Now they want to go for the Grok, but the Grok already out and about with this power of nature. A nice reaction in there from Team Philippines.
Man, so far so good for PH here. But of course, Laos, they still have a handful of chances since this is just 1 minute into the game. But look at the aggression coming in from this Kagura. He doesn't mind. I mean, she is 1 level ahead from this Leomord.
Oh, yeah. And now up top, that's the Granger. It doesn't really need anything. It's the crab stolen, I think, not really stolen, but secured by this Lolita. And while this is happening, Arcangel on this Granger is already taking so much farm solo up top, and there's the first blood. The Harith goes down. They trapped in the Leomord. The dash is not enough. He will not be able to run away. That's a double kill for this Selena, and they're not done. They want to jump in forward. They still have the damage this time.
Does he have the arrow? He
Oh,
does!
he
He's
connects.
gonna jump in!
Okay.
That's another kill.
That's a kill. I think that should be a kill.
Oh my
And,
goodness.
Of course.
The connection that the red team has right now. Selena did not mind just leaving one trap because he knew that Granger was just gonna finish that kill off for him. So that's a huge snowball coming in from the Selena, but he got taken out almost immediately by this
Wow,
Harith.
that is such a good display of mechanics from Team Philippines, knowing exactly how much damage they should be dealing against their opponents, and knowing when to dive and when not to dive. And of course, those arrows hitting and connecting, that's so well done. However, the Kagura dishing so much damage. The turtle, will it be taken by Team Philippines this time? Yes, it will. Max range retribution coming out from the Kagura. Well done from Nepomuceno.
Calculated move right there, but look at this. This Grok does not care, and that wild charge did connect, but apparently they did not get any kills yet. And now Lolita, along with this Lilia, just forced to go under turret. And this is maybe too early for me to say, but I'm gonna say it anyway because it's the vibes that I get. The red side, they have the map control. They do not care about invading. They knew that even if they go wherever they want to, they will be able to get a few objectives and maybe even kills. And Nepomuceno jumped in a tad bit too deep there and got finished by the Ring of Order from this Kaja.
It's just weird because not even a commitment on the Divine Judgment. But then again, up top, that's already a turret pushed by Team Philippines while that happened. And now Arcangel also farming so good. And onto the bottom lane, that's going to be an easy kill onto the Lilia, who was able to use the black shoes, but of course not enough escapes in there. By the way, if you're the Lilia, you have to constantly move. You have to take care of them because if you pop your black shoes, if sometimes you just black shoes in place, right? Because you don't move a lot. So you have to be careful. If you're using the Lilia, you have to be freely moving around so that your black shoes will be up to full effect.
One of the bad things Lilia can do is he or she will tap in black shoes, but Lilia will just go back to where the enemy is actually are.
Yeah.
Enemies are actually standing, so that's a bad spot. But anyway, here Selena just making sure that she'll be able to get as much map vision as she can. Next objective will be up in 13 seconds, and like what you said, this marksman, this Granger is freely farming space created for Arcangel.
I wonder
right
how
here.
much farm this Arcangel Granger has right now. Can only guess that already a tier 3 maximum item is already taken. By the way, that is the Kaja using the pull in there, but Watano with the flicker away, and the help from Castro Mayor. Very nice connection from the Team Philippines supports as they run away. While that happened, the cores of Team Philippines already able to take the turtle.
You know what? I don't know, but the way Castro Mayor is using Grok right now, it's like Grok is not even heavy. He was able to just clear out the enemies and even avoid an Aluminum Blast by just walking. No flicker, no anything, no sprint. But the red side signaling the blue side rather, saying initiate retreat, and looks like that Sonata has been committed right there. No casualties though, but here Kago did use Yin Yang Overton, and look at that perfect wild charge coming in. Oh my goodness, Team Philippines is on fire right now. Slow after slow after slow. And now they decided to just disengage Rhapsody. Gonna be committed right there. And Granger, no beetle for you, sir. Also, I think they can still do something about this. It's still the early game, but they need to, I don't know, maybe get the map control first because they're just being overwhelmed.
What they can do is have the Leomord get into the fight, because I think that he's been farming so much time up top, and now they are trying to put the Leomord in. I think that it's important because what we saw from Team Laos is that when they fight, they don't have a sweeper, they don't have an executioner, and that's what you get out of the Leomord, right? With the Oathkeeper passive helping you to finish off the kills, because what they do with the Divine Judgment is they deal the damage with Lilia, but it's mostly not enough. Now the Lolita gonna be picked up by Team Philippines. Can Laos still defend this bottom lane?
But on the bright side, the Lolita is using the pull yourself together emblem, so that is less respawn time needed for her Rhapsody, gonna be used to just clear out the waves there. And while there is a lot of ruckus coming in here at the bot lane and the top lane, though, Masha able to push out every single outer turret from the blue side.
Oh man, look at just the poke damage from Team Philippines from their long range skills, and even then they get 2 kills, including the Lolita now in the middle of the Leomord. Oh, stepped in the wrong neighborhood and was able to take it to care of, but
Guardian's Barrier was able to stop that divine judgment from. Oh my goodness, I can't even complete my sentence. But nice, that's Sonata coming in from Arcangel right here, and again another Guardian's Barrier coming in from Castro Mayor right now. Enemy turret destroyed, and the red side able to put a hole onto the blue side right now. Wild Charge gonna cast that Luminum Blast, and the damage output from the red side is just too much right now. Blue side, what will they do to defend?
How can they defend this? They don't have long range kills apart from this Lilia. They don't even have a marksman that can scale in the late game. Maybe they have the Harith for the physical damage and the magical damage component, even the true damage in there, but it's not gonna hit hard, or at least as hard as this Granger hits right now. 7 minutes and 50 seconds in. Already Team Philippines up with 27,000 gold and an inhibitor turret advantage over their opponents. It's not even the third Lord yet. And we are still seeing Team Philippines really
this is something I don't see every day. Granger is the one solo taking the turtle. He's a strong, independent Granger. But for now,
Bloodlust Axe already available for Arcangel. Oh my goodness.
So fast, right? Alright, momentum being used by Leomon Rider to try and clear out their enemies. So far, Laos, they have a solid defense. They are not letting the red side do anything that they want. But oh my goodness, Lolita got caught out there. One wrong mistake, right? Credits to Manjin, by the way, will cost them their lives. And that Sonata being used by Arcangel right there, and immediately just eliminated that unstoppable coming in from this Grok. This Grok is taking all the kills, man.
This Grok from Castro Mayor, known as Lusty in the Philippine scene, is one of his signature skills. But even in the Kagura, the Granger dealing so much damage, the Kajak already down. It's the Luminum Blast hitting onto many members of Team Philippines, but there is no follow-up because he is alone. He's going to be dove upon in this. Will Team Philippines go for the base? Yes, they will, and they will take the 2-0.
Goodness me. That was a storm. But Laos, I can say that they did try to win. And there were a handful of moments that they just shined. But I'm not so sure. It's probably because Kagura was able to snowball.
Yep.
And that's something you don't really want. I mean, Nepomuceno was literally just going top lane, bot lane, mid lane, and repeat.
I think it's more about how Team Philippines was able to secure their own micro objectives. What I'm trying to say is their buffs, especially in the early game, you saw how they were able to secure it with that retribution play. Even after the 4-man invade from Team Laos, only one retribution coming out from Nepomuceno on the Kagura was able to secure it, and that already wasted so much time. Because in that game, it was very important to control and snowball in the early stages of the game.
Yes, that is true. And looking at the Kaja from Team Laos, I saw that they actually have a lot of initiate potential, like Zaman Force, and of course you have the Luminum Blast as well. It just so happened that either it gets cancelled or they're just being ganked upon by the red side.
Well, What we're gonna see right now is the 2-0 for Team Philippines, but that is not gonna be the end of it for all of the Mobile Legends action. For now, we're gonna hop into a very quick break. When we do come back, I think we're gonna be back for game number 2 of Myanmar versus Vietnam. So do not touch the browser, do not change your channel, because we will be back for you.
Is when we win as one. We win as one. Unconquered. We win as one. Unbowed. We share a single promise.
Work against this. Breath of
Ladies and gentlemen, we are back. And again, this is the 2019 SEA Games Esports Edition Mobile Legends. To be your casters, I'm Yuko.
And I am Wolf, here to bring you the action for our third series of the day. Well, at least the third series that we will be casting. It's going to be Myanmar versus Vietnam. After a lot of matches already happening